Hey everybody, Creation Divine here. As you can tell at the beginning of my video, I was showing you all of my crystals. If you were to look back in my channel, it's called New Crystal, aka Sweeties. It's one of my newest videos. Well, this is going to be my most newest, but the one before this one. It goes over the new crystals I got. There's only one that's missing out of this, but the energy and vibrations I was getting was from these ones, so I'm going to be doing a video about that tonight. So pretty much to give you an idea, if you have not seen my channel yet, number one, I ask that if you do not take any interest in crystals or any spiritual stuff, please feel free to scroll through. But if you're curious and you're wondering what my videos are about, then you are more than welcome to stay. But make sure you like and subscribe. This message cup here is some papers that I wrote up and what some words that were coming to my head, and I decided to make that a thing where what I do is I draw the paper and whatever comes up is a message for you. I feel like this message is timeless and I do not believe in coincidences. I am a very firm believer in God. I do not how would you explain that? I do not worship anything like most people would that are involved with crystals. Like some people will be like, if you have crystals, you're into not so good things, stuff like that. Because everybody hears that kind of stuff all the time, and I just want you to know my belief. I guess I'll just cut to the chase of what I mean. I believe that God put these crystals on earth for a reason. We all know, because it has been scientifically proven, that crystals give off energy. Anything on earth gives off energy. So, yes, it is a thing. And then second of all, the different minerals in the crystals, those different minerals are supposed to help us such and such, right? So yes, it's very much so a real thing, and no, should not be intended for anything bad. Yes, it should be for only healing purposes, or just to help you relax, because a lot of people like to meditate with them, because they feel the good energy coming off from them. Each crystal has their own energy that helps you with. Like the rose quartz is a love stone. The obsidian is a grounding, it's your root chakra, and it's like a protection stone. Okay, you've got your Amazonite, however you say that. I can't ever pronounce it, but we all know what we're talking about here if you are into crystals. This one is supposed to be for like adventurous, blah blah blah. I have videos of what each meaning is with them. I don't always remember at the top of my head because I have so many crystals that I gotta memorize. You got the flower agates, you got all kinds of cool stuff, calcite, again, Amazonite, or however you say that. And I got tons more. But when you have an open mind and you believe that God has put these things on earth for a reason, he's not going to create earth and then put something on earth for no reason. That doesn't make any sense. If you also look on my YouTube channel, there is a video that's called, actually it's right here, Listen to the Stones. It has everything about it. I have everything on there about it. God related. I'm more of a healer type person. I like to help people with advice to help them with healing emotionally, physically, medically. I'm no medical person. I'm not like medically in the medical field, but I'm spiritually there. Like I have, if you look at my other videos, I've showed you on there that I have sage I'm growing, I have echinacea, I have all those good herbs that we need to help ourselves medically, sometimes spiritually, like sage. Sage is a good cleanser for the air. It's actually scientifically proven that sage helps cleanse the air. Also, it's supposed to help cleanse negative energies, and I can vouch for that because if there's somebody over at your house and they left off like angry or just like one of those people who are just one of those Karens that like bring off bad energy or whatever, use that, smudge your house with the sage smoke. It seems to bring in more enlightened, it lightens things. I wouldn't be posting these videos if I was not being honest about the things I have experienced personally. I normally have videos on here with me reading Bible scriptures. I kind of gotten lazy with that, and I promise that my next video is going to be with that. I have a little book that I like to go off from too. It's like a monthly message thing, calling from Jesus. I think that's the name. I've just been so busy lately. Like, I've been way busy. I homeschool my kids, and then I'm trying to study to finish school, and it's just been a lot. So it's not that I do not want to do these things. It's just been busy. So way busy. But tonight, what we're going to do is I am going to tell you I pray every day, all day. Also, because of God putting these on earth for us to use, which we all know, us crystal lovers, stone lovers, agate lovers, whichever, we all know they have their healing benefits. Because of who? God. There's not going to be anything more powerful than God. There isn't. There's not going to be. Before I get too far into it, I wanted to do a shout out for somebody who commented on my post. Do not be mad if I pronounce this wrong, okay? It's spelled MayewsRoom. So, MayewsRoom, I would say. Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you so much for commenting on my video. You're awesome, you're sweet, and I'm glad I was able to help you with my video. If you wouldn't mind kind of sharing around, try to get my channel more well known so I can have more subscribers and likers, that'd be amazing. I love being able to help people if they're open-minded. If they're open-minded and they have God in their heart and all of that, it's so much more easier to help people. Check out my other videos. You'll see what I mean by what I do with the scriptures. I always say a prayer at the end of each video. To share kind of experiences with you guys. You know, we all go through really tough times in life, and one of my biggest things that we had went through was stability, not having stability. And it's not because we necessarily messed up. It was the fact of people who we trusted and people who we didn't trust. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those deals in life. You just gotta learn to do things on your own, because if you don't, number one, you could accidentally burden yourself with people helping you. Number two, who wants to live with other people for the rest of their lives, right? So finally, we got our things together. But I'll tell you what brought us to that point. Number one, working hard towards our goals. Number two, really trusting in God. Praying to God, trusting in God, and asking Him to guide you in the right direction is a big help. with my crystals, I call them my sweeties because I have a strong connection with all of them. I really enjoy having them around. These help with odds and ends stuff, like, how would I explain that? Just like for a peace of mind. They're a good peace of mind to have around to help you through things, especially when you meditate with them. The feeling of the energies that come off, they're supposed to be there for calming effect for you. They're supposed to be there also for healing effects. It just depends on what crystal you have. I pretty much have almost everything. There's a few that I'm missing, but we're gonna be on top of it soon. So that's my husband in the background. Wave, say hi. Say hi. He's not gonna say hi. He's popped in a few of my videos before. He's cute. Anyway, I'm going way off subject. So anyway, you just know what the right thing is. And some people, they're really close with God and they don't need crystals. So they don't, and that's fine. That's not, it's not always for everybody. It's not always for everybody. Some people, they feel the need for that. They feel the need for that extra comfort, and that's what God put them on earth for. So, okay. So I'm going to, because my last video I mentioned to you that was called New Crystals, aka Sweeties, that one. I didn't go over my calcite because I actually bought my calcite from a booth. Oops, sorry. Yes, I say sorry to them because I have respect for them. Oh my gosh, what is happening right there? I don't think I'm on the right page here. So I want to research for you guys calcites. Oh, spelled that wrong. Calcites, spiritual meaning, and healing benefits. Okay. Calcite crystals are known for their soothing, calming properties, particularly blue calcite, celite, calcite, however you say it, which is often associated with increased feelings of peace, tranquility, and relaxation. It is also thought to aid in communication, creativity, and reduce stress. Additionally, calcite can be used in meditation practices to help calm the mind and body. So there you go for that. And then the healing. Calcite in your home clears negative energy and restores balance. Orange calcite is particularly useful in an office space or artist studio, helping to remove creative blockages and promoting confidence. Honey calcite on your desk can improve focus, concentration, and memory. See, I don't have the orange calcite or the honey calcite, but I have the more clear, I guess. See, the thing is about buying crystals from booths is you really do not know their history. It kind of has a yellowish tint to it, so I'm curious. I know with calcite, there's people out there who abuse them. Like, they'll leave them out in the sun for long periods of times and it will fade the color. No, that does not mean your crystal is not authentic. It happens with amethyst. It doesn't matter what kind of amethyst. It doesn't matter if you just got it from a cave. Sunlight will fade certain crystals, and there's nothing you can do about it. Your best bet is to just do your research on it and see what crystal you have will be good or not for that. So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, we got Amazonite, 2 of them. Let's see. This is more of a raw one. And this is tumbled. I really like both, but this one's really cool. Got flower agate. It's cool, huh? It's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. You guys really need to check out that previous one that's called New Crystals, aka Sweeties. Check it out. Got orange selenite, because it goes over these guys. Black obsidian. Look at my other videos before that. I have it all about black obsidian. And then rose quartz. I have a lot of rose quartz. I even have a rose quartz tower. And again, calcite. Beautiful. Okay. So what I do is normally I have my books out and I do it that way, but I'm going to do it a new route this time and just do the cup messages tonight. And then I promise you tomorrow or the next time I do a video, it's going to be Bible and that message book it's called Jesus Calling. I'll do that next. I promise you, it's not that I don't want to. Like I said, I get busy. Internet is buffering. So what I do, because I pray and I have that full connection, is what I do is I will ask God. I'll just straight out say, what does this person need to know or hear? And what I do is I shake the cup really well, and I show you on there that I'm not cheating any of that on it. I pull it out, and whatever message is there is to whoever is watching the video. If it doesn't resonate to you, I'm really sorry. But normally what I do is I pick up the crystal that I feel is the most energy at that moment, and I ask God, what does this person need to know or hear? What kind of message are you wanting to give this person? Like this. And I take it, I hold it, or I just set it down, either way, because I already made contact. But this one I feel like holding. I don't know why. It's just like this one, I guess. I like all of them, but... And then what I do is I shake the cup as good as I can. And if one falls out, then obviously that's not a coincidence. It was meant to happen. So one did fall out, just so you know. And then I pull another one out. You go by your heart. You follow your heart, not your mind. So you follow your mind, you're going to run into issues in life. Okay, prayer. So somebody here needs something to hear something about prayer. And this one says sadness. So okay. So this is what I'm getting for prayer, because I just kind of I just asked, like, Lord, what does this mean for this person? Prayer. So it seems as if, okay, there's some people who are confused on prayer. Some people don't know if they're praying right or wrong. I'm going to tell you something. There is no right or wrong way to pray to God. The only thing I would tell you for prayer is make sure you always, always, always thank God for all the blessings He's given you. You're praising Him. You are, and you should, because He puts a lot of hard time and work into all of us to make sure we are okay. Prayer is so important. I feel like prayer is one of those things where it's you trying to get closer to God, but also trying to get closer to God, and you're also trying to see what God can do to help you, right? So when I pray, I should just tell you, I talk to God. Okay, I'll be like, Lord. First I'll say, Lord, I'll say, If I'm having a bad day, I would just tell God what my bad day is about and how I'm feeling, and all of that. And I'll tell him, thank you so much for everything you have been doing for me and blessing me with. And please help guide me in the right direction where I need to go with this, and continue guiding everybody in the right way, and keep blessing the people around us who have been helping us, with anything. It doesn't matter if you come across a stranger and they smile at you and you don't even know that person. You never know, that could be God going through to show you that he loves and cares about you, and he's speaking to a person to be loving and kind to that certain person. So prayer is very powerful. People talk about manifestation a lot, like writing on paper to manifest things. That works good too, but I feel like prayer is always the most powerful because you're speaking directly to God. And it's good to write down things that you desire and what you want. And it's really good. Do that. Yeah, that's good manifestation, but you should always pray about it too, because it makes it just that much more powerful when you pray. Sadness. So I should probably show you guys. I don't know, but that was the prayer one. I know my handwriting's not the best, and I know it's gonna be backwards. I don't know why I even try it. And then we got sadness. I don't know what I show you. I know it's gonna be backwards. Sadness. Let me pray about this. Let's see here. Okay. So you can pray in your head too. You do not always have to pray out loud. You can pray in your mind, and that's cool too. Also too, a lot of people don't pray because they feel like people look at them weird. Don't be embarrassed for that stuff. Meditation is also pretty much the same thing as praying. All you're doing is you're going to your higher self, like up in you're going to your higher self is what you're doing, and it's connecting with God. Either way, people can fight you on all they want, but I feel like any kind of spirituality is a connection to God, and that's where you get your messages. People call it the Holy Ghost. It's the same dang thing. Everybody has different names for everything. Some people call it the Holy Ghost. Some people call it spirit guide. Some people call it a guide, or your angel, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Coming up with whatever names you have, it's going to be the same exact thing, and it's what guides you. So anyway, meditation helps you connect to your guide as well, as your guide communicates with God. God has helpers. It's not just all him. He's got helpers that help relay messages too. You gotta remember that. People call them gods or goddesses or whatever, but it's like, you can call him whatever you want, but really in reality, God is the only powerful God in this world. Well, how would I say that? God is the most powerful ever. Nothing else can be higher than him. But I know that he's got helpers that are right beside him. And people don't know what to call it, so they come up with names. So don't get mad when you hear people say that stuff. It's just nobody knows what the real actual names are. And you can read it anywhere you want, but that's my advice. Anyway, we're going back to this word, sadness. I'm sorry if you are going through sadness. Sadness is hard. It's hard to be sad. When you're feeling sad, you gotta know that you're not alone. When you're feeling sad, that's a good time to obviously pray to God and tell him how you're feeling and all that. But it's also a time where you need to reach out to people who are your best friend, your husband, your wife, your kids, anybody who's out there that's around you. And if you feel as if you don't have anybody, you're wrong, because you do. It's God and your guide. You're not alone. You're never alone. Just because you're sad doesn't mean you're alone. You have somebody to talk to, and that's God. Pray to Him. Pray to Him and tell Him how you feel. It may not always work right away, but you gotta have an open mind and an open heart towards God to be able to get your answers from Him. And you're not alone. If you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here too. So you're never alone, no matter what. Don't ever let anybody tell you or bully you into thinking that you do not have somebody by your side, because shame on them if they're trying to convince you that you don't have anybody there, because maybe they're the ones that don't have somebody there. Okay, next one. Same guy, only the raw one. What does this person need to know? What does this person need to hear? There's one. 3 fell out. We're going to go with it. God. Wow, that's crazy. The word God is there. Okay. The word sadness is back. And I mixed that up really good. And music. That's cute. Okay, back to the sadness thing again. You could be, maybe now that there's different things going on now, sadness, you could have maybe lost a loved one, a child, a parent, a grandparent, a friend, a husband, a wife. And I'm sorry you're going through that sadness. Just know you're loved. You're very loved, and you're not alone, and people are always going to be there, no matter what. You're never alone. You're never ever alone. Okay, and the one with God, sorry, I had to pause it for a minute because I had to take care of something real quick. God. So the message I got from the whole thing with God is that it's simple. You got to put all your love and faith into God. You got to trust Him. You got to be honest with yourself too. You got to have your mind and heart open with all your love to God, because He's there for you. I've got so many testimonies to show you. Like, there's been so many times we thought we never were able to pay a bill or something, and I found work. I clean houses, okay? My husband works too, but there's always that bill that you think that you missed, and you don't know how to come up with the rest. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. There's always that bill, or even if you have a car trouble or something. Like our vehicle, the brakes went out on us, and by the grace of God, one of the people I clean for, so it just so happens that person is a mechanic. That person was kind enough to trade my cleaning for him to fix our van, like to fix our brakes and everything for free. And I prayed and prayed and prayed. God helps you in mysterious ways. It's magical. He helps you with all kinds of different stuff, and it's amazing. It's amazing what God can do as long as you have your love and your trust in Him. It may not seem like He hears you right away. There's times where I've been praying about this so much. It just feels like sometimes He doesn't hear me, but He will surprise you. When it's the time is right, He will bless you. He will take care of you. He will provide for you. God is amazing. He is just amazing. And it can almost make you emotional, knowing the beautiful things He can do for you as long as you have love in your heart for Him. You got to be open to Him. So love Him, trust Him. Like I said, there's no wrong way of praying. Just make sure you praise Him for what He has blessed you with. It could be the simplest thing, like needing a pair of shoes and somebody gives you a pair of shoes, or it could be the simplest things in the world. Not having a hair tie and a hair tie appears, that's God. He looks out for all of us. He really does. Another thing, music. The church my husband and I and kids go to, it's beautiful. It's non-denominational, technically. I mean, it goes off Pentecostal, but everybody's free will there. You can be non-denominational. It's beautiful. The music they play there is so amazing and uplifting. It doesn't always have to be Christian music. God speaks through other ways too with music. I mean, music is one of the most powerful things. It really is. And maybe you're a musician, or maybe you're thinking about making music or something. That's awesome. That's amazing. And I think that's great. So whatever it is, keep up the good work. Could be a message from God saying keep going with it. Who knows, right? Okay, calcite and orange selenite. These two I'm feeling energy from. So I'm going to shake the cup and we'll see what God is wanting the message to be. What does this person need to know? What does this person need to hear? Let's shake this up really good. Okay. It almost dropped out of my hand. What does this person need to know? What does this person need to hear? It doesn't always fall out of the cup. Sometimes you have to pick it out of the cup. Okay. And since it was 2 crystals, I'm going to draw out 2 because it was 2. Improvement and disappointment. That is a very yin-yang thing. If I haven't seen it, what yin-yang means is like good and bad. Disappointment's bad, improvement's good. So I want to start with disappointment at first, okay? It could be disappointment, could be disappointed in the lifestyle you have. Disappointment in someone you thought you loved that had let you down. Disappointment and maybe a mistake your child had made. Maybe even disappointed in what your parents or grandparents or a friend has made. Disappointed in the job you have. Disappointment in the just any kind of lifestyle. It falls into that category with disappointment. When you have disappointment, it's really hard to make improvement. Because I think all of us have had disappointment in our lives. We have. And it's hard. It's hard to move on from a disappointment. But God forgives us for any kind of sins we commit. God forgives us as long as we ask Him for forgiveness. He will forgive you. Forgive yourself. Or forgive that person that may have disappointed you. So you can move on. So you can heal and you can move on. Because if you have disappointment in something and you dwell on it, it's only going to make you a colder person. It's not going to help you move on. It's not going to have improvement. And so what you need to do, it doesn't matter how bad the situation is, what that person may have done to you, or the situation you may be going through. The whole point of God putting you through that, to have a disappointment in something, is for you to learn from it. So when you're disappointed, you need to forgive yourself for how you acted upon it, and you need to forgive that situation or person for it so you can move forward, so you don't go through that disappointment again. You need to love people. They could make the biggest mistake in the world towards you. You need to love them because they need love in their lives. You know, they need love. They need to be shown love, because for them to do disappointing things, it's because they're not having the right guidance in their life and the right love in their heart. So in the situation, like, let's use an example. I don't know. Let's say all your tires go flat, or someone slashes your tires, or it's an example. I'm not putting any bad juju on anybody. that may or may not could have been your fault. Someone slashes your tires, that ain't your fault. Your tires popped, well, you should have got new tires, or, work towards new tires or something to that matter. It's just an example. Okay, so what are you going to do to fix that? Well, you got to earn the money to get it fixed, so that's how you're going to fix it. Person slashes your tires, you're going to have to make an insurance claim or something and report it, or yada yada, confront that person. If you can't find that person, then pray about it and God will guide you in the right direction. You got to find every reason you can to take that disappointment and turn it into improvement. Now we're going to move on to improvement. Okay? To make improvement, like I just said, you've got to turn it into a positive, a negative into a positive. Now that you are in a more positive mindset, what can you do to make it better? What can you do to show that person the love they need without getting burnt again or getting hurt again, or if it's your kid, what can you do to guide your kid in the right direction without doing it the wrong way and not going too far with anger, right? So you got to think about steps, like how am I going to approach this to my child, or a friend, a parent, or even an animal, my pet. It's a dumb example, but it's true. You gotta go in steps. Okay, how can I approach this in a more different, positive way? Some maybe, how would God handle it type of deal. Like, how can I go this in a more positive way so I don't make this situation worse? Because if you approach somebody in a mean way, you're gonna push them away. Who's gonna want to talk to you if you come up to them angry, right? You got to just think about those things and think about what you can do to improve your communication, improve your hardships. Trust me, we've had to go through that a lot, trying to see what we can do to improve things better, and it's not easy. Okay, I'm getting the flower agate. I mess up on that every time. Flower agate, and I am getting rose quartz vibes. So okay, what does this person need to know? What does this person need to hear? Sometimes you have to shake it up really good. Not all the time, but sometimes you do. Like if you have that feeling, you gotta shake it good. Shake it real good. That was stupid, huh? Then do it, because there's a reason. Whoa, that was too many. Do I drop all of them? Because I went to grab one and all of them came out at once. I guess that's what we're gonna go for. I don't believe in coincidences. So, wow, that was wild. Okay, we got boundary, heart chakra, truth, reflections, and love. Isn't that wild? Love stone. It's just crazy. And actually, this flower agate, from reading, I do believe it was this one. It helps people with reflection on their life. Helps with boundaries. These crystals help with everything, I tell you. They all have their own little definition, but they help with everything. Like with you know what I mean. Okay, let's start with boundary, because it was the first one I unfolded. Boundary. So boundaries could go a million different ways. So boundaries could be, maybe you're having a hard time with a teenager, parent, grandparent, animal, who knows, right? A friend. Boundaries are one of those things where it's really hard to do, especially if you really love that person, to set a boundary with them if they're being a harm to you, or if they're being just an energy sucker, just sucking all the good energy from you, and taking away all of your goodness. You gotta figure out a way to set a boundary so they can't do that with you anymore. So whoever's watching this must be having issues with setting boundaries with somebody, because it's a pretty strong one right there. Boundaries are hard. They're really hard because you don't ever want to offend anybody. You don't ever want to make them mad. You want to make sure you love them and be there for them, and it can be really hard to set a boundary. It can even be with a wife or a husband too, or a grandchild. Actually, that just popped in my mind. It's hard if somebody's being mean to you, and for instance, maybe bullying you for money, or bullying you for others. I mean, it could go either way. Boundaries are so important to set down. I actually have a boundary book that was given to me from a lady that I cleaned for. I haven't read through it yet because I go through therapy too. So like my therapist kind of goes through boundaries. So to pretty much sum it up, setting boundaries in healthy ways, like I'm going to throw an example out there. The first thing that's coming to my mind, okay? You got somebody who will not respect, hey, don't call me after 10 o'clock at night. This person every night repeatedly calls you like after 10 at night. And, you just tell that person, hey, I'm going to be shutting my phone off now because you can't respect that, or I will not answer you. And I will call you back. Oh, don't even say it like that. Say, text the person, be like, hey, I will call you back tomorrow. Or, don't give in to that person. It's really all it is about is not giving in to that person. If you cannot provide that for that person, like any kind of, it could be anything. It could be them coming over to your house late at night, calling you late at night, or just all kinds of different, whatever you may be going through, okay? That person just does not respect anything you're telling them. Well, you gotta set a boundary. In a nice way, you don't have to be mean about it. Just say, okay, well, hey, I said no sleepovers, for instance, with your kid. Your kid keeps bugging you, well, I want a sleepover with my friend. Tell them, I'm sorry, but nope, I told you that we do not allow sleepovers, but you can see your friend during the day. Your friend can come over for the day, but your friend cannot stay the night. And your kid's probably gonna bug you, well, I'll go stay the night at their house. So you've got to be firm and say, no, you're not staying the night there either. You are more than welcome to visit with your friend during the day, but you are not. And they're going to keep bugging you and bugging you and bugging you until you give in, but don't give in. Even if it takes you walking away or hanging up the phone or whatever the case may be, you've got to be firm on your boundary. So that's what I'm getting from that. Anyway, got heart chakra. So a lot of people do or do not know about chakras. So there's videos I talk about it, and there's chakra meditation videos I posted. You'll just have to go look for them because I don't remember at the top of my head. But your heart chakra, so we all have our chakras. We're all born with them. It's how God created us. It's just energy, different energies we have, okay? We've got our crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root, okay? Heart chakra is more so of compassion, love type thing. So whoever is watching this video must need help with their heart chakra being aligned or understanding what the heart chakra is. So what I am going to do is I'm going to post in the description below a YouTube video going over the heart chakra and all that stuff. And I'll just do that so it's easier for you to understand. So just look in the descriptions below and I'll go over all that for you. Truth. Truth is actually, so since we're going over chakras, I'm going to explain a chakra part. So your throat chakra is about speaking truth. So how could I explain that? So you know how we have to have a boundary, we have to be assertive, we have to be honest, we have to speak our truth, like speak what we are getting spiritually as well, like praying to God. That's truth. That is just a really powerful word of your throat chakra. Maybe you're needing to be more truthful about things, more wisdom, more oomph in your in your life. That's what you would have to work on. So I'm really feeling like maybe I need to just post the chakra thing, going over all that. Speak your truth, guys. Don't be afraid to tell somebody how you truly feel, but you don't have to be mean about it. Don't rip into them. Reflections. So we all have a reflection of ourselves, right? So if you're tired of looking like the bad person, if you're tired of people looking at you bad, we've all got a reflection we've got to go off from. If you ever watched The Lion King and you see how Simba was looking at his reflection through the pond and he saw his father Mufasa, right? That's kind of a good example. So you got to remember who you are as a person. You gotta remember who you are. It's when you're gonna go back in your childhood and remember how innocent and sweet you were back when you were a child and how you handled things more when you were younger. And now look at yourself now. Does that still reflect on who you are or does it not? That's kind of the best example I can give to you for reflections, is look back on who you were back when you were a child, what you feared, what you loved, what made you feel whole. Some people have had a bad experience in their childhood, but that doesn't matter because we all had different ways growing up, how we coped through those things. What did we go do? I would go connect with nature. I'd go outside and I'd go connect with nature, play outside in the fields and stuff to get away from anything that could have bothered me. It was a good way of me to reflect off for myself and remember who I was to just go outside and clear my mind. That's my best example for you, is with reflections. So just remember who you are. You're not a bad person. We're all good people. We just gotta want to be good people. Love. So love, simple. We all need a little more love. If you look up this song by Machine Gun Kelly, it's a little more. It's called A Little More. We all need love, okay? It is our jobs as human beings, and what God wants us to do is He wants us to love others as if He were to love us. And the more we keep hating on people and shaming them for who they are, that is not our place, so stop doing it. We're supposed to be there to help people and guide people with what we can, even if it's a hug, even if it's, hey, do you mind if I help you with that bill or that grocery? Or, hey, I see that you're having a bad day. Do you want to go have a drink? Or do you want to go out to lunch? Or do you need help carrying your groceries to your car? Do you need help with this door? You don't always ask me either, just help them. If they're struggling, just help them. Don't ask them, just be, hey, let me see this, let me help you. You don't always ask them, because people are going to deny it and they're going to think it's rude, because some people in their mindset, if you're going to help them, you just you just help them. You don't just ask. Like, some people are like, they'll deny you. So sometimes it's best just to go help that person with their groceries, like carry them, or just open that door for that person. Just give that person a smile. Give that person love. Okay, last but not least, the black obsidian. I love this. This was one of my first crystals I got. I love it. I name my crystals, okay? This is Sebastian. This is Beauty. Flower. I want to name this one Cleo. Like I said, some of these are new. Tafiti. For some reason, Moana. I don't know why. I love that movie. And I haven't fully decided with this one yet. So anybody has any ideas that are crystal lovers that think it's not crazy that I name them, let me know what you think I should name it. Okay, here we go. What does this person need to know? What does this person need to hear? Shake it up good. Like I said, sometimes they don't always pop out because it may not be, hey, look, I was able to grab one and only one came out this time. Emotional reasoning. Emotional reasoning. It's crazy. So, because it's a protection. So, it's just crazy how that goes. Emotional reasoning. So, I've explained this one quite a few other times because it has popped in my other videos. Emotional reasoning is pretty much sorting out your emotions of what is worth having an emotion to or not having an emotion to. How can I explain this one? Let's say you had a bad day. Okay, you had quite a few people come up to you and say something nasty to you, and then after that you had some people come up to you and be really good to you. You've got to learn to balance your emotions, pretty much is what it is. And it's like pick and choose your battles with your emotions, because popping off at somebody at work or in public or something is not always the right thing to do. I know that there was one time I got mad at a driver for cutting me off, and I was like, because like this person almost got the front of our van, but I could have handled that differently. So you gotta kind of reason with your own emotions. Like, okay, is it worth getting mad about this? Or okay, is it worth getting overly excited about this? Is it worth having anxiety about this? You gotta kind of do step by step and see what you are and aren't able to always do. Emotional reasoning. You gotta reason with yourself. Okay, that's all for tonight because I went through and did all the messages for the cup. I want to mention to you, I do have a Macari. I mentioned in my other videos, I do have a Macari. Do I have anything on it right now? Absolutely not. I do not. I am very, very close to buying bulk crystals. Once I buy this, and I do not know when it's going to be yet, so I will let you know as I go when I'll be able to do it. But I do have other things I will be throwing on my Macari other than crystals. So, because I partner with somebody who has things that he does not want anymore and wants me to throw it on Macari for him. So, I am going to as well leave a link to my Macari in the description below. It may not all be up yet by the time you check it, but check it daily to see what's on there. I cannot make any promises when all this stuff will be on my Macari, but I do absolutely plan coming soon. Do not know the date yet. I plan on selling both crystals. I will never sell my crystals. My personal crystals will be with me the rest of my life, and it will probably be passed down to my 2 daughters. They have crystals too, but I'm like gonna put it in my will that my daughters get these. But the crystals I will be selling, I will make sure they are in good shape and smudged and all that before I send them out to you, along with a little card that has my info on it. So that is my plan with all of that. I will have that in line for you as soon as possible. But I am going to put my link to my Mercari down below in case somebody gets this video in a week or two and I do have something on it. You can go click on it and check it out. That's what I have for you tonight with that info. If you check out my other videos, I have updated videos over my sage that I'm growing, my clary sage. I go to type in clay sage and it comes out clary sage, so I'm just going to call it clary sage. Because there was some sage seeds given to me. They were called clay sage, so I went to look it up, and it strictly comes up as clary sage, and it's weird, but it's sage. Okay, it's sage. And I actually have great news. I do believe I have a white sage coming up. I was telling in the videos that none of my white sage was coming up, but I think I might have one coming up. So I'm babying it along, hoping it will stay that way. Last white sage I had, it just died. I don't know what happened. So I am going to really baby these. I have echinacea coming up. I have sunflowers that are growing, which I'm not. I might put some sunflower seeds on. That'd be cool. Trying to grow stinging nettle. It's been a pain in the butt. Trying to grow lavender is not working out. I don't know what's going on. Trying to grow rosemary and catnip too. I feel like I'm missing some things. Toothache plant, dead. Don't know what happened to it. Have no idea. Tried planting it the second time, nothing. I don't know what's going on with that. I think I accidentally watered it a little too much and it molded, so oops, my fault. It's the only thing I can think of right now. I want to go, chamomile. I hope it's coming up. I can't tell a difference. So I'm going to Google it some more and see what chamomile is supposed to look like when it first pops up. I don't know. So I'm not pulling anything out of it yet because I know chamomile can be like, I don't know, come up different. So anyway, that is it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also too, if I look familiar to you on this video, you know who I am, please don't mention my name in the comments. I have had issues with a stalker in the past, and I do not want any more creepies, okay? I just don't. None of my kids will ever be in these videos. That's for safety reasons. My husband, he'll pop in there. That's his own thing. He's an adult. My kids are I'm a very protective mom. I don't shelter them, but I also do not want them all over the internet, especially on YouTube. Facebook's different because I only have family and friends on there, and I have things pretty locked down. But I don't always do that either. Like, it's very rare when I do. So yeah, that's why I say what I say, creation divine. I think that's it. So let's say prayer and I will get out of your hair. Lord, thank you so much for anybody who is watching this video tonight. Please bless them and help them through any struggles they may be going through, and put your hand upon them and replace any fear, anxiety, anger, or anything, any struggles. Replace it with your love, wisdom, and kindness. Help them get through whatever struggles they may be having, and for them to be able to open their heart up to you, to trust you and to believe in you, and to be able to allow you to provide for them like you love doing for everybody. Thank you so much for all the wonderful blessings you've been giving me and my family and people around me. Thank you so much for blessing the people who watch my videos. Thank you so much for blessing all the people who I have helped, that has helped me as well. Thank you so much, Lord, for everything and all your wonderful blessings, and guide us all in the right direction where we need to be in life, and especially the ones watching this video. Amen. Okay, guys. So, sorry, I had an eye itch. I don't know what's going on there. So that's that. I am going to leave. Okay, so I'm going to leave my Makari link and the chakra link below. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a great night. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye-bye.